You know my name, you know the fable, you know the sprint, you know the nap, you know how it ends. The tortoise wins, the hare learns a lesson. Roll credits. But stories cut early. They skip the part where the forest goes quiet, where the crowd stops chanting, where the sponsors stop calling, where the speedster walks home alone. That was me. Fast, loud, and empty. I had legs like lightning and a brain full of static. I thought talent was a throne. I thought speed was a crown. I thought being gifted meant I was chosen. Then the lights went out. Endorsements vanished. Friends drifted. The cheering died. I could still move fast, but I could not move forward. Here's the truth I learned the hard way. Facility looks like a gift. System looks like a grind. Facility is natural talent. System is disciplined work. Facility is what you can do on your best day. System is what you can do every day. I ran hard and I ran blind. I had no plan, no roadmap, no structure. Just ego and sprinting shoes. Speed without a system is chaos. It is a firework. It is pretty for 1 second, then it is smoke. I won bursts. I lost years. When you are the hare, the world tells you a lie. They tell you not to change. They tell you are special. They tell you can coast. They clap for hollow records. They do not stay for the crash. The crash came, injury came, fatigue came, silence came. I went from headline to has-been in a season. So I stopped. I stopped racing for applause. I stopped sprinting on fumes. I stopped pretending I had a plan. I started reading. I started studying. I started asking better questions. What is strength? What is speed? What is recovery? What is skill? I turned my life into a lab. I took notes on everything. Sleep, breath, food, joints, spine, hips, feet, hands, mindset, focus, habits. I learned that winning is engineering. Technique is math in motion. Power is created, not born. Timing can be trained. Accuracy can be taught. Consistency can be designed. I used to throw my body at a goal. Now I build my body for a goal. I used to race. Now I rehearse. I break movements down. I rebuild them clean. I stopped chasing highlight reels. I started chasing fundamentals. I learned to love the ugly reps, the slow drills, the boring sets, the work no one sees. I rebuilt my stance. I rebuilt my stride. I rebuilt how I land and how I push. I learned how to hold tension, how to release it, how to breathe under effort, how to stay calm when everything shakes. I studied nutrition like a coach. I treated sleep like a contract. I trained mobility like it was money. I respected recovery like it was rent. I hired mentors. I humbled my ego. I asked dumb questions. I took better notes than I took selfies. One lesson kept repeating. Facility fails without a framework. System turns talent into legacy. A tortoise with a plan will outrun a rabbit with pride every time. You actually want control. You want to know what to do when the nerves hit, when your ankle whispers, when your lungs start lying, when your brain says quit. Control comes from system. System comes from process. Process comes from discipline. Discipline is the quiet friend who never leaves. I built a path. I called it the Smartskillpath. Because talent is not skill. Skill is talent with structure. Skill is talent trained until it listens. The Smartskillpath is simple, but not easy. Assess, plan, drill, recover, repeat. Track the reps, track the breath, track the rest. Keep the promises you make at 6 a.m. Keep the promises you make when it hurts. I separated practice from performance. I stopped performing in practice. I stopped practicing in performance. I learned which day is for building, which day is for testing, which day is for healing. I learned to fail small and daily, so I could win big and rarely. I practiced positions, not just motions, angles, not just speed, balance, not just power, timing, not just aggression. My training turned from random to ritual, from chaos to calendar, from luck to law. And slowly the forest got louder again. Not from fans, from focus, from footsteps that had purpose, from breath that had rhythm. The race is still going, but I'm not racing like I used to. I no longer sprint to escape. I move to execute. I no longer chase the clock. I chase clean mechanics. Parents, listen close. If your child is talented, they are at risk. Talent makes shortcuts feel safe. Cheating the system feels clever. Skipping the basics feels efficient. It is not. It is a trap with a bow on it. If your kid is fast, teach them to be patient. If your kid is strong, teach them to be technical. If your kid is fearless, teach them to be focused. Because the world will test them in the dark. The world will test them when no one is watching. And raw talent panics when the crowd goes quiet. You don't need louder talent. You need better tools. You need a plan you can follow when you're tired, when you're bored, when you're hurt, when you're scared. People ask me for my blueprint. They say, give me the drills, give me the schedule, give me the system. So here's something clear, simple, and real. If you're done worshiping talent and ready to build skill, go to MMAChampHQ.com and look for the $49 Physique and Fight Camp bundle. Yes, that is my plug, but hear me out. This is not some glittery secret. It's a simple, structured bridge from natural talent to technical training, from chaos to calendar, from fast to formidable. The bundle is built for that exact shift. It gives you a plan for your body and your fights. Physique so you can carry strength with control. Fight camp so you can turn aggression into angles and timing. If you ever felt like the hare on a hamster wheel, this is your off-ramp. It lays out phases. It outlines sessions. It stacks skill on top of structure. It takes the guesswork out so you can put the sweat in. I wish I had this when I was sprinting on Pride. I spent years piecing together the same ideas. Movement quality before volume, technique before intensity, recovery equal to training, focus equal to force. With a framework, you are no longer gambling. You are investing. You are not waking up and winging it. You are waking up and winning it one rep at a time. If you are that athlete who can do something crazy on your best day, good. Let's make your average day lethal. That's what the bundle helps with. It keeps you honest. It keeps you humble. It keeps you consistent. It turns you from a highlight into a habit, from a spark into a system. And the price? It's less than a pair of flashy shoes that will not make you better. It's less than the cost of your ego on a bad day. It is $49 to stop pretending and start progressing. Go to MMAChampHQ.com, search the $49 Physique and Fight Camp bundle, plug in your talent, come out trained. Back to the road. Back to the forest. Back to the race you think you know. I returned to the trail where I used to sprint, but I did not race the clock. I raced my old habits. I practiced walking smooth, then jogging clean, then striding with structure. I met the tortoise again. He nodded, so did I. We both knew it was never about speed, it was about system. I applied the same thinking in the gym. Squats were not numbers, they were positions. Deadlifts were not force, they were timing. Presses were not ego, they were breath. I made every rep a message to my future self. We are building, not guessing. We are learning, not proving. We are growing, not showing. I rebuilt my week. I gave every day a job. Power day, skill day, conditioning day, recovery day, film day, reset day, repeat. I stopped comparing my path to anyone else's. Comparison is a thief with a friendly face. It takes your focus, it takes your joy, then it asks for more. My only rival became yesterday, my only metric became execution. Did I think clearer? Did I recover better? Did I keep the promises I made? I learned to love friction. Hard days are not the enemy, they are the teacher. They show you where to refine, they show you where to respect your limits, they show you what to fix tomorrow. I learned to train under fatigue without breaking form. I learned to train under pressure without losing breath. I learned to train under doubt without losing faith. And with that came a quiet force, the kind you carry into any room, the kind that does not need a microphone, the kind that shows up in the details. My stride got shorter, then longer. My punch got slower, then sharper. My timing got patient, then ruthless. My mind got still, then precise. People called it a comeback. It was not. It was a rebuild. It was a blueprint applied with boring consistency. It was 1,000 small choices that no one clapped for. That is the real secret. Boredom is a portal. Embrace it, and you exit as a pro. Run from it, and you repeat your old story with new excuses. So if you're the hare right now, listen. You are gifted. Great. Now earn it. Earn it with structure. Earn it with technique. Earn it with discipline. Pick your system. Pick your coach. Pick your calendar. Or start with that bundle at MMAChampHQ.com. $49. Physique and Fight Camp in one place. A simple on-ramp from raw to refined, from talented to trained. Use it for 12 weeks and see how your brain changes your body. See how your breath changes your speed. See how your sleep changes your power. See how your posture changes your patience. You do not need superpowers, you need super habits. You do not need more hype, you need more reps done right. I am still fast, but now I move with aim. I am still strong, but now I move with skill. I am still proud, but now I serve the plan, not my ego. The race did not end at that famous finish line. It kept going, it still goes. The tortoise and the hare do not hate each other. They learn from each other. Speed learns patience, patience learns pace. In the long run, system beats spurts, structure beats swagger, technique beats tantrums, discipline beats drama. Do not just be fast, be prepared. Do not just be gifted, be guided. Do not just be loud, be lasting. You can stay the hare people laugh about, or you can become the champion no one forgets. The choice is a calendar, not a speech, a plan, not a wish. So write it down, schedule it, track it, hold yourself to it, or borrow a system that is already built. MMAChampionHQ.com, $49 physique and fight camp bundle. Talent becomes technique, chaos becomes control. That is the whole point. I will see you on the path, I will see you at the checkpoints, not for a photo, for the process, not for a clap, for the craft. The forest is quiet again, but I am not alone. Discipline walks with me, structure walks with me, technique walks with me. The hare grew up. The story got longer and better. This time I do not sprint to be seen, I move to be made. And at the finish line I will not collapse, I will calibrate. Then I will turn around and I will keep going, because the system never stops, and neither will I.